I just don't get it personally. I just don't get, from a fundamental aspect, the reasoning behind buffing a summoner that is already good. It doesn't make sense. It just fucks with the game so hard for no advantage. Exactly, that's exactly the issue. If you pick Ignite versus Aatrox, it is an unwinnable matchup. Aatrox now basically loses the game by default and has to hope the rest of his team wins. That's not really a good position to find yourself in, is it? Does anyone think that's like a fair spot to be in as Aatrox?
Right through the Counter-Strike! Oh, I love it!
Dude, that's the thing, they nerfed healing in the game, said they buffed healing, buffed anti-heal, now they're buffing anti-heal even farther, and now they're nerfing Gore Drinker? Like, I'm sorry, who the fuck is overperforming right now? I don't see Aatrox at an extremely high win rate at any rank. I think on Pantheon, let me look this up. The higher rank you go, the worse Eclipse becomes and the better Gore Drinker becomes on Pantheon. Basically. That's what I'm saying, like if you nerfed Ignite to 40%, people aren't gonna not pick it. It's not like people are gonna go, oh no, now it's only 40%, but there's a 60% rune in the game. Now it's useless. Like who, what? No, no one's doing that. Remember when they dropped Bramble Vest 200 gold? Because they reduced the healing duration, and now they're buffing the healing duration but keeping it dropped by 200 gold? I honestly think Aatrox, with the nerf to Gore Drinker and the buff to healing debuffs, I honestly think Aatrox is probably going to go down to like 48% win rate again. And then they'll have to buff him. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. So we buffed anti-heals, so now we need to buff healing. Does that make sense? Nasus, Fiddlesticks, and Nivea. I think honestly what I'm gonna do is just grab the MR rune. I'm not too afraid of Nasus, but I feel like I'm just gonna be fighting Fiddlesticks and a Nivea all game. But that's what I'm saying, like once we nerf Gore Drinker and we buff healing debuffs and Aatrox's win rate drops down, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna buff Aatrox? And then what? Isn't that just admitting that we're in the same fucking situation? That once again we buffed anti-healing too much, and now we need to buff the healing champions? We've already buffed Warwick, right? Like we're already buffing Warwick. Now what? We gonna buff Aatrox next? And then what? Once mage items get nerfed down, and Vladimir can't crutch on mage items being OP, then what? We gonna buff Vladimir? And then what? We gonna buff Mundo? We gonna buff Ilaoi? Like, do you see my point? It's like, what's the fucking point? It literally feels like they're just creating work for themselves. It feels like they're just doing the old, they're breaking windows to get more work. Oh no, guys. Someone went out and broke all these windows. Now we're gonna have to get new ones. Like, oh no, guys, we broke the balance. Now we're gonna have to get new balance. That's justifying our job. Like, who the fuck didn't see that coming? Okay, so this is what I was afraid of. This is why I didn't want to go Dorn's Blade. Because he's gonna E-spam me. And because my health regen is 3, I won't be able to recover the health from it. He went 2 points in E, no points in W. I can tell. Because he obviously didn't wither me. I really didn't have to work for that one. Aatrox can't really get on Caitlyn unless he gets a solid flank. Yeah. If you go for a Q, she'll just 90 caliber net backwards, hit you with a Q, then an enhanced auto attack, chunk you a good bit. And now you've probably used your E trying to get into range. So If you get a good flank though, like any AD carry, Aatrox will murder you. Aatrox is pretty good at AD carry murdering. Not as good as other champions, sure, but I mean, it doesn't take a lot to murder AD carries these days, does it? Well, yeah, Callista destroys Aatrox. That one's very weird, because that one's not fucking winnable at all. Honest to God, I've played that one, and I'm just like, this is really bad. You know, like, I'm just like sitting there like, this sucks. How does Nasus win this matchup? He kind of doesn't. That's why I picked Aatrox. Yeah, I mean, late game this matchup can get really annoying, but a lot of matchups can get annoying for Aatrox. There's like a lot of matchups where it's like, yeah, you can't really do anything. The Nasus juked his way into early retirement, huh? Okay. No, guys, Ignite is balanced. It's totally cool that my instant cast ability gets ignited, thereby meaning I walked back just to die. Isn't that cool? There's so much gameplay involved. I instantly just lost 60% of my healing with no counterplay on a point and click. No cast time. Literally nothing I could do to prepare or prevent it. They literally just saw me walk in and decided to ignite. Wow. Let's get the inside track here. Callista's better design than Aatrox, and you can't say otherwise. Otherwise. What? Fuck. What? I have nothing but respect for Tyler 1. Do I think he gives up and tries to FF too much? Yeah. But dude plays shit he doesn't normally play. Live on stream for everyone to watch, doesn't hide, does it right there. Everyone gets to see his mistakes, does it right there. Everyone bitching at him the whole time, right? Thank you, Finny, streaming replays. Thank you for subscribing. No, not subscribing. Membershiping? Remembering? Joining. I fucking hate the Maw Sterex balance. You can go Maw, get a shitty, but at least decent enough MR item. Then you can't build Sterex. Also, all your survivability as a bruiser is in Sterex. So, do you want to die? Oh, okay. Did not expect to get kerploded there so easily. Dude, that's literally not how it works, Adonis. The 60% healing reduction applies after all buffs. If you're an Aatrox ult and you have Spirit Visage, the 60% healing debuff puts you down to 100% healing. The strongest character in the game at increasing his healing, with an item that increases healing, cannot heal more than 100% in the game right now. Which, personally, is a bit of fucking dumb bullshit. Imagine if you could buy an item that reduced all your crits to 100% damage. And that's how it would feel. Like, oh, I'm glad I bought these items and played this champion just to not actually fucking get anything. %60 is... Okay, you know what, I'm not... Does Goredrinker deserve the nerf? Nope. Nope. Nerfing Goredrinker is like saying, man, we added all these anti-heals into the game, we need to buff healing though, because sometimes people... Or sorry, we need to nerf healing, because sometimes people forget to build them. I'm sorry, literally fucking what? If you don't build any anti-healing, this healing item is strong. Okay, then fucking nerf healing debuffs. If you're gonna nerf the healing items because no one's building the anti-heal, right? Then fucking nerf the healing debuffs. Don't play this game where you balance them on not being countered. It's like saying if our opponents are idiots, they lose. We're gonna have to balance that out. So now what happens if they're not idiots? Now what? So you're buffing the healing debuffs, nerfing healing. Oh, it just pisses me off so much, man. These guys are straight fucking clowns. Right, so healing debuffs are gonna go to 3 seconds from 2, right? So if that removes the counterplay I have against them, at 2 seconds, there was a possibility I could get them off me. At 3 seconds? No, there's no fucking way. Mid-goddamn fucking combat, you're getting that shit off yourself. Yeah, and Goredrinker is getting a fat nerf as well. Fat fucking nerf. Goredrinker is getting like a 30% reduction to its healing, and its damage is going down. And they're buffing anti-healing. All in one patch. It's okay, guys. We'll just keep buffing all the champions that heal, right? It's funny because like when you play Pantheon, you actually notice that Goredrinker does more. Because no one just jacks off the healing debuffs against you. So if you play Pantheon, Goredrinker can actually be a real heal. If you play as Aatrox, like you saw up here, I went in, hit the 3-man Goredrinker, but wait, they ignited me right as I went in. Man, we're gonna have to nerf healing, man. Man, there's just too much healing in the game. Did you see how that team playing way the fuck from behind burst me that fucking hard before I could even press Goredrinker? Dear God, we're gonna have to nerf it. Even though you instantly die in 1 second, sometimes you don't, and then you can Goredrinker. It's so broken. Right. That honestly seems to be what it is. When you look at the... Let's look at it. Let's look at it together. Let's see if we can find a pattern of Goredrinker being so broken, such a broken item, okay, that it must be nerfed. Let's find the pattern. Let's refresh. Here's all the highest win rate champions in the game. Let's count how many Goredrinkers we find. Found one. Oh. Well, no, Goredrinker is probably better on him. Way down here, at the 31st champion. We did it, guys. Wow, we're really gonna have to break that item. It's so broken. There's just too many healing champions dominating the game. You've got Swain, Fiddlesticks. Does Fiddlesticks count as a healer anymore? Nuno? Nami? Warwick? Who we literally had to buff to get to be playable?
Right through the counter attack, the super tap, Hashinshin.